Cheers, mate. 7 up. What a weekend.
Cheers, boys.
What a weekend. Cheers, my guy.
Cheers to you.
7-0 to the Pool.
United are back.
It was actually a week ago. Actual Man United Twitter page tweeted the start of Ten Hag's era. 1 week. 1 week it lasted. And then you get smashed 7-0. Aye, 1 week.
Yeah, we're going to pull up that tweet and put it on the screen right now. That's so funny. Oh my God. But here, I can see why they were getting confident. Like,
yeah, you win a trophy, which is a Mickey Mouse trophy anyway, and then you think that you're going to win the quad. I've actually seen United fans saying that they're going to win. They can win the quadruple. So Premier League, FA Cup, Europa League are left. To be fair, I can see a good run in the Europa League. You're beating Barcelona. Still a few good teams in there though. Mm-hmm. FA Cup, Man City still in there.
Yep.
And in the league, you're never winning the league, like so. Yeah, I think Carabao Cup, that'll be it for United. On top 4.
I love how we're like, what was that, like 40 seconds, and all the United fans are gone. Like, there's no United fan watching this anymore. They're all away. Like,
yeah, we had to start with the 7-0.
It suits us. Like, I know.
Did you watch the match?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I watched the whole thing, and I actually, do you know what I did? I went to the toilet, and then the second half had started, and I was like, oh, don't worry, I'll be there in a minute, and it was 3-0.
Me, I did come really quick because it was 1-0. It was only 1-0 in the first half.
Yeah,
so
I watched the whole first half, and then I came out for the second half, and I just walked into the room. My dad was sitting there, and I was like, "You're joking."
It was mad.
Like, but I watched it back. Do you think that was more United being shocking, or Liverpool really being like class?
I think it was more United being shocking. Like, I don't know if you watched, like, you seen Bruno Fernandes go mad. At one point, he actually requested to be subbed. Don't know if you've seen it.
Did he?
He was standing halfway. He was gurning, and like someone else was coming off. I can't remember who it was. I think it was Rashford, and he was signaling like, "No, it should be me." And he was at one point he missed a challenge on a player as well, and he just like let him run on. Didn't even track back.
Well,
so I think Man United. It was more them being bad than Liverpool being amazing.
Yeah.
For me, anyway.
What was the score whenever Fernandes did that?
Oh, it was already like 4-0 or 5-0.
Yeah, well, that makes sense.
It makes a bit of sense, but still, like, as Roy Keane said, after you, as a professional, like, even for your own pride, if not the badge, that you don't let a player get by you.
No.
Easy, you know.
That was the biggest problem for me, and that's something Keano says all the time, where he says, you need your leaders out on the pitch, and if you're getting a stuffing, which United have had a few in the last few years, especially with Man City, Man City and Liverpool tend to start destroying them, but you can keep it at 2-0, 3-0 and just disrupt the game and say we're beat here.
Yeah.
But that's something he always says about. It's like, don't let it be 4, don't let it be 5. But
yeah, because then it's just embarrassing.
Yeah, and they were so shocking. Like, the worst thing about it was Fernandes, like you said, not tracking back.
Yeah.
And Anthony did it for the 4th goal.
Yeah.
Solomon.
I guess he lost the ball.
He lost the ball, and
he was still walking back.
He stood there.
By the time Salah scored that goal, which was a brilliant goal by the way, that right foot volley, Anthony was still in Liverpool's half.
Yeah. I know.
That's mental.
That's unforgivable.
That is shocking. Like,
I know he's not likeable for rival fans, but my God, United fans would be so furious.
To be fair, I don't think Anthony's been that bad. I see a lot of talk sport people saying that potentially the biggest flop this season.
You think?
But definitely not for me. There's definitely one person who is a flop.
Who's that?
Richarlison for Spurs. Has to be, mate.
No, he's a good player.
There's a stat, right? See, whenever Ben White scored that goal against Bournemouth, every player in the starting 11 of Arsenal has got one more goal than Richarlison. You cannot tell me that is not a flop. Like,
that is funny. Was he getting no Premier League goals?
0 Premier League goals this season.
What he did? He scored a couple in the Europa, didn't he?
Yeah.
Or the League Cup as well, I think.
It was something like that. But 0 Premier League goals. And when he scored against South Korea in the World Cup, he done a flipping stupid chicken dance, like as if he was Ronaldo in his prime or something.
There's a Spurs fans gone as well. Do you know something funny I thought of? Who do you think's the worst player in the Premier League? That starts regularly.
Because I was going to say Richarlison again.
Somebody that plays fairly regularly. You know, even if they come on as a sub, that's fine. But is there anyone that comes to mind?
Well, obviously, I think Richarlison's the biggest flop. A lot of people would say Anthony because he doesn't really change the game.
See, Anthony was class whenever he joined.
A lot of Chelsea fans out there would have said Jorginho. He's never really got the love. You know, obviously before the transfer to Arsenal.
Yeah.
But for me, worst Premier League player at the moment.
It's one of those Chelsea boys.
Has to be a Chelsea player, like
that. Cucurella is a mess.
Suspect for that.
He has played like
He's
a
been
mess.
awful. And how much was he? 60 million?
I think 60 million.
60 million for a right back or a left back.
Left back,
left wing back more so he plays, doesn't he?
Well,
but that's been that's another flop there.
He does not defend. He refuses.
Not at all.
He refuses.
He just
It's like
beat
a winger comes up to
one-on-one.
him and he's like, he just lets him cross the ball. I think that's a modern football thing where they sort of are a bit more let's protect, let's block and stuff instead of diving into tackles.
Yeah.
But he does not even make an effort.
No,
It's
he
hilarious
really
to watch.
doesn't.
Just winger comes down the way and he's like, oh, what should I do here? He just lets
Let
him
him
pass.
go.
It's unreal. He's a shocker. And I
Koulibaly
noticed-
as well. He came in for big money in the summer. Was a real hot prospect from Napoli for a lot of years. Like every person in FIFA probably has him in his football ultimate team because of his stats. The stats are so good. He's a great FIFA player, but Chelsea signs him in real life, and he's been shocking as well.
Doesn't work in real life. I heard someone talking about him the other day, and basically they're saying he's past his peak. So he had his great years, and then
at Napoli, and then he's came to the Premier League maybe a year or two too late.
Yeah.
Which I could definitely see that because he's not kicked on at all. Like Thiago Silva still looks, and he is. Thiago Silva's world class, but for Koulibaly to look that bad beside him, it's definitely it shows that he is not ready for the Premier League.
That's a good point. And do you know who I noticed started the other day? Actually started Theo Walcott
Did
for
he?
Southampton. What is he still doing?
I mean, he was
I
my hero.
loved
I
him.
thought he was done.
Yeah.
I didn't even realise he was at Southampton still.
Yeah, he started.
What?
And mate, I loved him at Arsenal. You see in 2013, like he got an injury against Spurs. At that point, I was like, "This guy
Is that the one he done the?
unstoppable." Yeah,
he done that. Yeah.
like top man. He was a top player. But, mate, that was 10 years ago.
I know, and
Literally 10 years ago.
I was in
And he
high school at the time, and I had the Arsenal kit with Walcott in the back, number 14. And I had done the skinhead, the way Theo Walcott had the longer sideburns, the really short hair. I had that and all. And whenever I was playing football for my football team, everyone was chanting Theo.
Were you
for
right
me,
winger
and
too?
I thought I was him. Like he was my guy. So after Henry, it was Walcott was sort of my hero. Walcott was 19, 20.
Yeah.
Whenever he was going through his real good stages. And I remember the game against AC Milan where who was it? It was centre back for? Was it was it Maldini? There was a really good Nesta, really good centre back. And I remember Theo Walcott in Champions League. Pretty much ended his career. And for me, he was just my Arsenal hero growing up.
Yeah, that's a surprise actually.
Two players actually. Sorry, him and Adebayor. Big fan of Adebayor, man. I know he done us dirty whenever he obviously went to Spurs. Did that celebration when he scored against us about Man City. But they were two players for me growing up.
Top
I
players,
proper idolised growing up and wanted to be like them.
I can't believe that about Theo Walcott and your trim and all.
Yeah, I had a long side.
Did you play right wing?
Played right wing, and I was. You know what? I'm still actually pretty quick, but back then I was probably a bit quicker because I less weight on me. I was really skinny in high school, and I sort of suited Theo Walcott sort of build and all.
That's class.
He was my guy. But I didn't realise he was still playing. That's crazy. And
yeah.
Southampton, they won on the weekend.
Yep, they beat. What is it? They missed a penalty and then they beat Leicester. Yeah.
Aye, that's what it was. Yeah.
But Walcott, you see, there was a few years ago Walcott was still playing, and I was like, this boy has no motivation whatsoever.
Yeah.
That's a bit of an accusation there, but you can kind of see it in a player where he's not dropping
just
back, he's
fell
not
off.
running, he's not
Yeah.
trying. I remember seeing a ball that he could run for. I think he was at Everton. The ball was going out of play, and I was like, he could reach that.
Yeah.
And he was like, I'll probably not get there. Just didn't.
Man's
didn't
got 99 pace. And he should be running for absolutely everything.
He'd have been there, smoked a cigarette, and then been ready to flip flop someone.
Because his flashback card came out for FIFA and I got it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a thing because I'm not playing FIFA. Last
Yeah,
few
he's
years,
got a flashback card on Ultimate Team at the minute. Well, I think it's over now, but 99 pace. It was his early days in Southampton when he was really young.
Oh okay.
It's 17, 18.
So
I copped it straight away, done the SBC for it, and good player.
Yeah. Top man.
I've never been playing with him as they were rolling back the years. It's mad.
Did you see? I don't think this ever got mentioned after it, but there was one time he got hit in the face with a ball, hit in the face, hit in the head, or whatever, and he went off on a stretcher.
I can't remember that.
That was for Everton as well.
Was it?
'Cause this is where I was saying this boy
man's
doesn't want to play.
he's gave
And
up
then
sort of.
He got hit in the head, right? And it wasn't concussion or anything, you could tell, or maybe it was the face, and that's why I thought that. But it's just like, take me away.
Arsenal legend still. I don't care.
Yeah.
Still an Arsenal legend
We
for
love
me.
him, but he is not. He should not be.
But he's
playing.
not. Yeah, he's not that level
Premier
anymore.
League starter, like. Are you joking?
Yeah, in 2023, 10 years from his peak, Yeah, well, that just showed you the levels of Southampton at the minute. You know, they look like they're guaranteed to be going down.
Yeah.
And if you're starting players like Walcott, you know, definitely speaks volumes.
They'd be bottom of my list, to be fair, for league table.
Yeah.
After seeing Bournemouth against Arsenal, I don't know if that was like a one-off or a...
Man,
you know, the goal was a bit of a freak one, the first one.
My heart was like go mad watching that match. Like, it was crazy, but yeah, they actually played really well. Like, from kickoff, they like overloaded the left-hand side where Zinchenko was. And like, nobody really knew what was going on. Like, why have they got like 4 players on the left wing?
Arsenal's left side looked very open.
And like, Zinchenko is amazing. I love when he does that inverted midfield role. But see, like, defending, that, you know, he is a bit suspect on it because he is slow.
He can get beat, yeah.
And like, you always feel a bit more safer with Tierney, I think, left back because of the pace and the defensive side that he's got. But
yeah,
Zinchenko is definitely the player for certain matches whenever we want to play a bit more midfield. But yeah, they overloaded that left wing and then just put the ball in. Gabriel, to be fair, sleeping on it. Like, it was his side. He was the centre back that was covering it, and he sort of just let the ball like roll by him. It nearly just went under him, nearly the way it looked. But yeah, 1-0 down inside like the second fastest Premier League goal ever in like 9 seconds.
Yeah, was it 9?
9 seconds, something. Second fastest ever. So yeah, that was crazy. We definitely didn't expect to be 1-0 down so quick.
Those Arsenal centre backs are like very, very good, but I was worried about them becoming overrated. You know, especially Saliba, because he just came in and then he had these great performances. But those are young centre backs, and they're gonna make big mistakes.
Who do you think's the better one of the two?
In recent weeks, it's been more Gabriel.
I think so
too. Strong
too.
one, looking more solid. Saliba's doing this weird thing where the ball comes like big long ball, and then he lets it bounce, and then he's in trouble. You know,
but he's very good. Like, he's such a good player. But you're right. There's something he does, and his pace sort of makes up for the mistakes a lot of the times, because he can get a wee burst of pace. But
he's a covering defender.
There's a certain part of his game where he looks like a bit nervous on the ball or something.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
It just takes too much time or whatever.
Yeah.
He's more really of a covering guy, and then he plays it. He's like a Virgil, but better. You know?
Yeah. But yeah, Arsenal 3-2. We're both Arsenal fans, obviously. Are we going to win the league?
You can tell. Yeah.
You think so?
No. I'll tell you what I think. I think Arsenal are looking on top, and I think they look good enough to do it. They're so well set up. Arteta's got them he's got the system sorted. He knows his best team. They're playing so well. They've got injuries and they've survived that. They've had tough fixtures. They've survived that. Europa League might get in the way a little bit. I know the way. You know, City have Champions League and FA Cup games to go, which might help Arsenal. But my fear at the minute is that Man City have done this before, where they go on a run, and I can see 12 games left. I can see them with Grealish settled, Foden coming back, De Bruyne is back in the team. I can see them winning all 12 remaining games. Yeah. Because they've done that before.
Although their left back position worries me, because they got Ake in there, let Cancelo go in January, didn't replace him, and like, they do look a bit vulnerable. They actually play where they sometimes put Bernardo Silva left back, and like nearly they want him in like that Zinchenko role, where he's coming in midfield. But then the difference between him and Zinchenko is Bernardo literally, when he's in midfield, he's at home. He does not want to come back any more than that. And they're always sort of left exposed, I think. So just not having that position settled for me, it gives me as an Arsenal fan a lot of hope, because I think you can still get at City. Like, I think Newcastle, the game against them there in the weekend, should have scored a better team. If that was a Liverpool side or even an Arsenal side, I think they get a draw minimum out of that, and potentially even go on win. So no, I know you're thinking you're sort of on the fence, but I think we can go do it.
How confident are you in like out of 10? Or percentage chance? Give us.
After the last 3 games, the comeback with Villa, comeback with Bournemouth, the away win the Leicester, I'm like a 9. I proper do believe.
9%?
9 out of 10. Like, I'm actually considering getting the tickets booked to go to London for that week of May. Like, proper considering getting it booked early, so I can definitely be there for the parade. Like, that's how confident I am as an Arsenal fan.
Do you think they've
telling you, man.
Do you think they've painted the bus yet?
I think the name is literally about to be scraped into the trophy. Like, we're nearly at that point.
I tell you what, most teams, if you were like 5 points clear, 12 games left, you'd be like, yeah, they've got this. But it's Man City, isn't it?
But it's Man City chasing you, and they can chase you right down to the wire. But It's not the Man City of 2 years ago. It's not.
Right, so the reason this is called the football phone-in is we want your calls. We have a phone line, we have a phone number dedicated to it. So we have the phone number and the times on the screen right now. So this is when we're available. This is when if you call up, we can have a little argument with you. And we can put topics to you, you can put topics to us. We'll chat about whatever you want. Yeah. And we just want to have a back and forth. So you have the chance to have your say as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Because the engagement, the community we want to build is all around the football topics, debates, discussions, questions that you have for us as well, that we have for you. So the phone number will be in the Instagram bio as well. So make sure you click on that, message us, voice message, whatever you need to do throughout the week. We'll come on air on Mondays most of the time, and we will definitely give you a shout out. So leave your name and where you're from as well.
That's right. Any thoughts you have, you can send us a text, you can send us WhatsApp as well. If you want to drop us a voice message there, that's fine. We'll chat about it. But yeah, use the phone number. It's going to be everywhere. It's going to be on the Instagram. It's going to be on the screen at the minute. YouTube bio, TikTok. You can go and check it out. Yeah, call us. We want to argue.
Hit us up.
Let's go in depth on Arsenal.
Let's get predictions going for the Arsenal fixtures. It's like Arsenal Fan TV .2.
I know.
NI version over here.
We'll be like, win.
The biased football show. That's what we should call it.
Just rip in the Man United, rip in the Spurs, and then carry on. Alright, so
yeah, let's look at Arsenal games.
City's fixtures and Arsenal's fixtures. And there's the league table as well. Those fixtures look kind of similar to me, and then the only difference is like Arsenal have to go away to Newcastle, where City don't.
City have got the home sides.
Yeah, they got a lot of home games there.
Whereas we're going away to Liverpool, and they're playing Liverpool at home.
Yeah. The only thing that might disturb them is they're in the FA Cup, and you might have those tough Champions League fixtures either side of those games. Which
I was about to say,
it's like the hope for us.
And City fans can let us know what they think, but I think City would rather win the Champions League this year.
You think they'd sacrifice the league
if Arsenal go on and win the league and City win the Champions League? I think Man City, Pep anyway, would be happier with that. I think he'd far rather take the Champions League.
He wouldn't admit that though.
Oh, he'd never admit it, and I think he did do an interview a couple of weeks ago where he said he doesn't care about the Premier League, and then a couple of weeks later he was like, "No, I just said that, but you know what I mean." Like, he's just trying to play it off. But I think because Pep's got that thing where he's only won the Champions League with Messi. He's been to all the big clubs like Bayern Munich, Man City. He's got all the money in the world, and the only team he won it with was that Messi Barcelona team.
Which is a dumb argument, but do you know what people say about Pep? What people say about Pep that actually winds me up is that, we had this Barcelona team given to him or something. No, he didn't. He built the Barcelona team.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest Messi, but then he.
You've got the gems, you got Messi and stuff, but guys like Xavi and Iniesta weren't like. It would have been Ronaldinho and Deco playing, and he had the brains to get rid of these boys. They're done. They're past their best. Where everybody was thinking they're still the best players in the world. So he morphed this team, created his style, and then Barcelona were dominant. And as a first managerial job, it was outrageous.
Yeah, it was amazing.
He knew what he was doing, and it wasn't all given to him. Even though you have the gems, you have the players. It's a bit like saying Arteta was given this Arsenal team. All the young guys. He signed a few, but he was given Saka, he was given Martinelli. But it's like. No, he has to develop them
as well.
Yeah, he has to coach them. He has to get the system ready and stuff. Like, yes, you're giving these players, but it's what you do with them. That was the same as Pep at Barca. So I hate the argument that
that's
probably from young people that weren't watching then, but he had to get rid of all these, bad players that didn't have the attitude and stuff. He even got rid of Yaya Toure, who was.
And do you know what I mean? There's a big argument with him being. Apparently racist behaviour as well. Tories come out and really blast him, and Yaya's actually come out and said that they've done an African curse on him, that he would never win the Champions League. He went to a witch.
Wait, who did this?
Yeah, Yaya Toure.
Who did it to him?
I don't know. So I think he obviously is very bitter with the whole thing and had went to a witch himself,
right? And
got the witch to curse Pep that he would never win the Champions League.
Pep or City?
Pep.
Okay.
Pep himself.
Funny if he did it to City.
So. Who knows? That's why we're waiting or not winning the Champions League. So far, he's not proven wrong. So, but question actually, you're talking about managers for a second, and we're still sort of talking about Arsenal because we are Arsenal fans. If Arteta wins the league, is he a world class manager?
Yeah. I think he is anyway. I feel like when you're talking
this time last year, no one was saying Arteta's world class.
Do you know what's really fun? What's fun is to do player comparisons and manager comparisons and try to rank them. Mm-hmm. That's that's pub chat. That's what we're doing here.
Yeah.
But when you're talking about who's a great manager and who's a world class manager. It's like the guy's doing as good a job as you could ask for, and that I think that's all you can really look at. But yeah, I think.
But do you put him in the same bracket as a Jurgen Klopp, Pep Guardiola?
You can't, can you? Or can you?
That's the argument, though.
You see, I don't. But if you brought Klopp into Arsenal, would they be top of the league now, given the time span that Arteta had? It's like maybe, but also maybe not.
Yeah.
Does that mean Arteta's better than Klopp? No, it doesn't. But
yeah,
you can't. It's so hard to compare. But like,
it is, because then people say Conte's a world class manager.
Yeah, if you say who's the best man for the job, I would say Arteta's the best man for Arsenal, and he's doing a great job. Would you say Conte's the best man for Spurs? I'd say no.
But he's still a great manager.
Yeah, but he would do, if you put them both to the test at, Juventus or whatever.
Yeah,
Conte would probably achieve more.
Yeah. So
it's a weird one to say.
It's hard to know.
Do you think Arteta's better than Klopp? Is that our title?
That's the thumbnail of getting him in.
Yeah.
No, I think Arteta is world class, and I actually heard a while back that Barcelona were sort of monitoring him a little bit as well in his progress at Arsenal. So, and if Arteta won the league at Arsenal, he would take a job at Barcelona, no problem. I know Xavi's there at the minute, he's doing a great job. They're top of La Liga, but
no, I think you'd have to look at Arsenal winning 3 in a row.
Yeah, well, I think he would want to win the league again if we win the league.
You took that quite seriously.
I know. And well, obviously Champions League. We haven't played Champions League football, mate, in 5 or 6 years now.
Imagine the first Champions League night back.
Like, my word. For Arteta to bring that back to the fans is something amazing, and I think he would like to do well with Arsenal as a champion. Say we go on and win the league. It's like Messi with Argentina. Yeah, you win the pinnacle, but you want to play with the pinnacle badge on your chest as well. You want to play
as the champion,
knowing that you're the champ, and like defending it as you will. So, no, I think Arteta is definitely a world class manager, and should definitely be looked upon like that.
League's over, lads. League's over.
The league is over. Hopefully, 10 games. Well, more than 10 games left, so we'll see.
Do you know? Obviously, we're doing the Ballways page, and this is the new pod, the new little show. We're having a great time. On that page, you probably have seen, like if you're on TikTok and you follow the football stuff, that I'm doing little quizzes around the town and stuff. One I did recently that I got a lot of stick for was name these players, and it was one season wonders. So I went and I was like, name these one season wonders, and then like, what's funny is it's debatable as to whether they are one season wonders or not. So I had like Stephen Ireland in there, who played in the Prem for like 5-6 years.
Villa and City.
Yeah. But he had this exceptional standout season at Man City where he scoring great goals and all.
I remember signing him in my FIFA career mode.
Yeah?
Yeah, back in the day.
FIFA 09.
FIFA 09 career mode. Me and Arsenal manager signing Stephen Ireland.
What a player he was. Like,
I know, he was good.
Particularly for 1 year. So I was like, that constitutes a one season wonder. And then what was annoying was like, in the comment section, people were saying, Benny McCarthy's not a one season wonder, he won the Champions League. And I'm like, mate, I said in the Premier League. I said
the Prem.
People have selective hearing. But I got some stick. How would you define a one season wonder? Because I want to chat a little bit about one season wonders.
No, I think you explained it pretty well. Just someone who comes into the Prem sometimes for just one season, or they can be there for a couple of years, but their first year in particular, I would say, if it was like golden.
Yeah.
And then they just drop off. And there's a lot of examples, like I'm sure you've done the quizzes with them, like one that comes up, like Wilfred Boney.
Oh, I forgot about him.
Yeah, had a great season at Swansea, I believe, and then went to Man City. That's and right. Sort of in and out. Jacob from Man City, great first season. I know he won a couple of Prems. So
I would argue that one. I think he was pretty solid for a few years.
Probably not really, but he did have one season in particular that was really good. So no, I think even if you've been in the Prem a couple of years, but you had that 1 year that was really good, and then you just dropped off. And sometimes the example I have, because I know you're going to ask me.
Who's your favourite?
So my example, he was in the Prem twice, I think, but one season in particular where he was just. I remember signing him in my FIFA career mode as well. Guess who do you think I'm going to say?
You signed him in FIFA?
I signed him in FIFA career mode. It must have been, I think it was the 08-09 season he came into the Prem.
Papa Cisse?
No.
Oh, I don't know if he would have been good in FIFA, but he was like...
Because it was him.
He was in the Prem. Was it Demba Ba?
No,
He was quite good.
he was good.
0809. So I can't.
I think it's only it is 0809.
Amerzaki.
Yes. Yes. I thought you were never going to guess that.
No, I thought it. Like he was.
See that one season wonder?
Yeah.
Amir Zaki for Wigan, 0809, mate. Brilliant. I remember that overhead kick against Liverpool and all.
Yes.
Do you remember that?
I remember him being just coming out of
The
nowhere.
Egyptian king, the OG Egyptian king.
He was top scorer in the Premier League. I haven't looked the stats up, like, but I think he was top scorer in the league after like 10 games, and he had a whole bunch of goals. And I was like, this guy's just come out of nowhere, playing for Wigan Athletic. He's come from Egypt, and he's just this world class striker. Like, where's it? And then I don't know how he dropped off. But
yeah, he had that great season at Wigan. He was only there on loan, and God knows what club it was from. And then I believe he went to Hull on loan after that.
Oh yes.
It was that Hull side that had like Hullstone on it, I think it was.
Yeah, he couldn't have scored many goals there.
No, and they were sort of struggling a good bit. But Hull was like, we need to get him in. That man's obviously brilliant. But yeah, he's my one season wonder. I thought he was so good when we played for Wigan.
Oh mate,
and the fact he's the OG Egyptian king over Mo Salah makes it even sort of better.
What a player! Like.
But he's such. Who's your top one season wonder?
Amerzaki. No. I would say Papa Cisse was an absolute gem out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And then what's more fascinating to me is the drop off. So like Amerzaki's drop off was like woof, gone completely, and I think Papa Cisse was gone with the wind as well.
Yeah.
Which is just fascinating. Remember the goal against Chelsea?
Yeah.
People will know that. It's probably
Just
flying around TikTok and all.
Yeah,
like,
I seen it recently actually.
How is that even possible? It's like on the throw-in line, and he just like
just curled, and that's Peter Cech, and that's like who let in 0 goals like most of the time.
Yeah,
like one of the best defensive records ever. That Peter Cech. So to beat Peter Cech, you're doing something right.
But Ba and Cisse that season were like a class.
That was
duo
Newcastle. They were in Newcastle together, right?
Yeah. It makes me miss 4-4-2. You had your strike partners.
I know it's because everybody had the strike partners.
Now it's sub threes.
Yeah. Now it's like MSN. All that stuff.
We had Adebayor and Van Persie at Arsenal.
And as I said, mate, absolutely love Adebayor. Absolutely love Van Persie. I know he's went to United and he's sort of spoke bad about Arsenal since. But
mate, Adebayor and Van Persie, like they could have been your two favourite players at one point.
Could have been
them
easily.
to go and do what they did is
even Cesc. Cesc for me, one of my favourite players as well.
Oh yeah.
And then Arsenal didn't want him back, but yeah, no, one season wonders, mate. It was a good question that you done out in the streets. I know a lot of people are going to say like Me Too and all. I remember Me Too with a celebration, and
Me Too.
The streets will never forget.
Yeah, he's a proper obvious one season wonder as well.
Yeah,
there's some that are clear cut, like Cisse and Zaki.
Zaki, yeah. I thought you would never have got Zaki, to be fair. But here, I've got a game for you. So,
last one season wonder that I loved.
Yes,
Virgil van Dijk. Mate, he was so good. Remember
back in the day when he played for Southampton? He was so good. Celtic, even further back than that. Yeah, one season wonder.
What a player he was! Like, it's a shame he fell off really good.
Yeah, it's a shame that he plays for a crap club as well. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you old football kits. Right, and you're just going to have to tell me who that kit reminds you of.
Okay.
So we're going to show you on the screen as well. The football kit that I'm going to show Sam, so you know what we're talking about. So whenever you see this kit, who do you think of straight away?
There's two.
Because
I think of a particular Champions League game against Liverpool from Arsenal.
Yes.
And it was Adebayor and Theo Walcott.
Yeah, I was going to say Adebayor for me. Yeah.
A recurring theme, Adebayor and Walcott. But yeah, it was Walcott made this run where he went past about 50 Liverpool players.
I think I remember this.
Back to Adebayor. Yeah. And we thought Arsenal were going through.
Yeah, and then they ended up beating.
Ryan Babel went up the other end to win a penalty and go through on away goals. I think they scored again after, but like it was the most heartbreaking. Where you think there was this golden moment. This happens a lot with Arsenal. It's a dreadful thing.
Oh no.
It happens a lot with Arsenal, but they were like, oh my god, he's just done the most amazing thing, and now we're through. And then to get knocked out after was just
devastating. So Adebayor, Theo Walcott for that kit. Next kit, who's this remind you of?
Immediately I thought Roy Keane.
I was sort of thinking Roy Keane, Van Nistelrooy I sort of remember as well in that kit. But yeah, Roy Keane.
I think Roy Keane,
yeah.
And Alan Smith for a weird reason.
There you go.
The Blondie.
What about this kit?
Oh, Michael Ballack. Why did that come? Yeah.
I was sort of thinking Ballack was sort of up there for me. Obviously, Terry and Lampard's been there every year, so it was easy to say them.
Yeah.
But I was sort of thinking Michael Essien as well.
Yes, yeah.
Remember him scoring some worldies? Like, that was like Chelsea prime days, man. They were the best. This kit, which is absolutely stinking, by the way.
Oh, flip.
I
don't know what particular season that is, but Lamella popped into my head. Eric Lamella.
Lamella, yes.
Yeah. But who do you think?
What came to my head?
Is that older? Is that more like
that's
Eunice Kabul and
yeah, mate. I'm pretty sure Van der Vaart was one I was going to go with.
Yeah,
that was the sort of seasons. Even Luka Modric might even been there.
Yeah, I got confused there. That's older than
the Spurs tops, mate. They're always so plain. It's the same.
Yeah.
The only thing that changes is the bloody sponsor.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's always a plain white.
Yeah, they're useless, aren't they?
Yeah.
Nothing good about Spurs.
Pathetic club. Another kit. Who does this kit remind you of?
Javier Mascherano.
Yeah.
Did Torres wear that kit?
I was thinking, was Suarez wear it as well? No, Suarez.
Oh, I think so. Now you say it, I can picture it.
Because I was sort of thinking to
2011
myself,
is that?
I think it might be 10, 11.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking Suarez, and then obviously Suarez was sort of the one on my mind. Yeah.
I mean, I might be off with the times again. Mascherano would have been. He'd have left
he
in
might have been
09
before
or something.
that.
I'm way
Comments will correct you.
Yeah.
Last kit. Who's that remind you of?
Oh, Santi Cazorla. Because do you know why?
Really?
It was a little tight fit on his little chubby belly.
And he was so small, and I love Santi Cazorla, but he was a pure technician. Like, see, he just got the ball and he just sort of walked with it.
Yeah.
He just walked, dribbled.
You can't take it off him.
No, you cannot hate the man. But no, for me it was Alexis Sanchez, them Puma kits, Sanchez era, where Sanchez won us, single-handedly won us the FA Cup.
Yeah.
And single-handedly made us a decent team.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if it wasn't for him, we were not competing at all. Ozil was in that time as well. He was quite good, but he was always in and out. But Sanchez, for me, definitely his era, them Puma kits.
It's not very often where you see a player that actually goes and wins games on his own.
But he done that.
He really did that. He was like dragging Arsenal to wins.
He was so good.
He was scoring 2 goals in games that you had no chances in.
I remember that goal. Was it Villa in the final?
Yeah. Oh, the rocket. Yeah.
The absolute rocket, mate, that bounces off the bar. It moves, hits the bar and goes in. Like,
ridiculous
the
player.
goals that got me, it was like the reason that you love football, man. Mm-hmm. Like, just seeing a player that can hit a ball like that and win you a game single-handedly when the team isn't even that great. Yeah, no, Alexis Sanchez, special man.
Mm-hmm. That's
Loved
right.
him.
Oh. What a drop off he had. Was he a one season?
Yeah,
No, he was
he had 2 or 3 seasons.
3 season wonder, and then maybe 2 at Barca too. Mm-hmm. Just a wonderful player.
Obviously
really.
went to Man United, flopped.
Yeah, the drop off is fascinating, isn't it?
They went to Man United, mate. I remember Man United had a big massive promotion and all for him. Do you remember they put out a massive trailer that Alexis Sanchez had arrived and all this?
And he was on about 400 grand a week, I think.
It was mad money. It was crazy money. And Alexis, an interview of him has come out recently, and he said the day one at training, he said to his agent, "Can I go back to Arsenal?" Absolutely hated it. But he was loved at Arsenal, do you know what I mean? There was no reason to leave, bar the money. Like, he did leave for the money, let's be real. Man United weren't really pulling up trees at that time either.
No.
So he wasn't really moving to a better team. But yeah, I think he went for the money, and it shows, like, it didn't pay off.
Yeah, poor guy.
Yeah, but I still love him.
Maybe just call that a wrap. There's our first show.
Absolutely, it's been good fun.
Had a great
Definitely
time.
Make sure you ring up, text your opinions. We want to hear from you guys. We want to cover a lot of them debates and opinions and what you have to say. We're going to have guests on as well, so we're going to bring in football players, football fans, football agents as well.
Oh yeah.
So we definitely want to get a table full of people, like a good panel of fans as well, where we can chat just everything football.
Yeah. So call us up for next week. Make sure you note the times, note the phone number. We want to debate. Give us your hot takes. Give us whatever you want. Maybe educate us. And yeah, we'll see you then.
See you soon.